In this course, I'm going to be developing in a local PHP environment using Symfony Standard Edition 2.5 as the framework, PHP 5.5 as the server-side language, MySQL 5.5 as the database server, and Apache 2.4 as the web server. Other web servers such as Nginx or IIS won't be covered within the scope of this course, but they should work. If you don't already have a server for development, I recommend using a local development server running on your workstation. In this course, I'm going to be demonstrating using a virtualized server running in my existing operating system. If you'd like a server configured using this technique, check out Up and Running with Linux for PHP Developers here in the lynda.com online training library. You can also use a web server solution stack package in your native operating system. XAMPP from ApacheFriends.org has distributions for every major platform. WAMP Server from WAMPserver.com is explicitly for Windows, and MAMP from MAMP.info is designed for Macs. Each of these packages will allow you to run the exercises found in this course. Installing additional software within your native operating system is covered in the course Installing Apache, MySQL, and PHP with David Gassner, here in the lynda.com online training library. Regardless of the location of your web server, you'll need access to the command line with administrative credentials in order to install and configure server software. For Mac and Linux, the terminal allows you to access the command line, which includes access to the SSH command if the site is hosted remotely. For Windows, you can use the free program PuTTY to connect via SSH to remote servers, available from the official PuTTY website. I'm going to be demonstrating writing code using NetBeans IDE version 8 for PHP. NetBeans is a free, open-source, and cross-platform integrated development environment from netbeans.org. The goal of the course is to use Symfony, not how to use NetBeans. But with that said, I'm only going to be editing code in NetBeans. Any IDE or text editor will work. The exercise files for this course are contained in folders by chapter and movie. On my workstation, I have them in a folder named Sandbox that my virtualized Linux server can access. Depending on your web server configuration, you may need to store these files in a different place, such as a remote web server or in a folder accessible by a local Apache and PHP stack. I'm including an additional folder called Assets, which contains images for testing uploading during the course. A final note: as different web hosts and configurations serve content from different URLs, the addresses you see in my browser may not exactly match what you see on your workstation. Additionally, the locations shown in the command prompt demonstrations will differ depending on the location of site files and configurations of your server. With that said, the software configuration will be very similar, if not identical, across all platforms. Don't worry, you'll be fine.